Hello world! WayofTime here, bringing to you another episode of EEPower. So today we're actually going to start working on our nice little enderman farm, yes, and we're going to want to make sure that it's nice and maintainable. Now the reason we'd want to be doing this is because of, free materials and etc. and all of the other fun stuff that you'd get with an enderman farm. Now currently we have 16 diamonds. I just transmuted an entire stack of gold ingots, but there's a few niceties that we're going to want to create for this farm. If we look through our build craft windows, so to speak, we can go through and see that we will want to make a builder to make some automated stuff. Pathfinders, path markers will be helpful. And we're also going to want an architect table. So we need an architect table and a builder. So that requires 4 diamond gears, as well as a bunch of nice things like ink sacs and etc. So I think we have the gold to do that. So let's actually get crafty, and then we can figure out what we need to do. Okay, so I set the filter so that it'll allow some cobblestone, so we have a nice supply of building materials. We're probably going to need some more in the future, though, more space that is, looking at all of this, though I think we're going to be able to manage for now. Probably will want to take some of the more expensive materials out. Well, expensive where we're doing air quotation marks, but anyways. Do we have any wood? We have enough wood, I think so. We're going to need to make 4 gears, first of all. We have all the stuff required to do so, so let's actually get... I think we have enough wood. So, let's just make a bit more of this stuff. And for some reason, I don't think buttons will be a necessity. So, we need to make 4 wooden gears. Stone gears now. I love project tables sometimes. Sometimes they're a veritable pain in the ass, though I like them all the same. And we can use our golden gears of awesomeness. And finally, the most unfortunate part is the diamond gears. So we got 4 diamond gears, and we have everything else that I think we're going to need. So first things first is the architect table. And we're going to need, in total, I believe we're going to need, we're going to need 4 of those fancy little doodads. Ugh. Fancy little doodads, and the fact that we're going to need some ink sacs, and we're going to need some yellow dye. So, poking around, we can get our yellow dye easy enough, but we're going to need to get ink sacs. And ink sacs will probably be easiest to make using our yellow stuff over here. So for these, because it goes reverse in the chain, and it'll go orange, and we got our ink sacs. And now with our ink sacs, we're going to need another thing, which is our markers. So where are our markers? Lapis, lapis, where is my lapis? So I can use Soldanite, at least. Or sodalite, I think. What the heck is this thing called, anyways? I'm not too sure. So, does this work? No, we have to use lapis. Oh, well. So, lapis. I am really turned around, I must say. Be right back. Due to complete insanity, we regret to inform you that your normally scheduled lapis is in my inventory. Well, that was unexpected. Okay, so now that we've managed to find our lapis, let's make 2 landmarks. That's all we're going to need, for now at least, and then we'll actually do a bit of crafting. Let's put this into our inventory. I don't think we're going to need our axe anymore, but oh well. So let's just structure this a bit more kindly. So here, gears are on the bottom, and all that differentiates them between each other is that one of them requires a chest whereas the other requires a template, which requires paper and an ink sac. Paper, easy enough to make. We are probably going to have to go back to the overworld and grab no, why would I even need to do that? I can just go into my Thaumcraft room and we'll have loads of paper, I think. At least we need at least 8, though I think we're going to need a template for the architect. I'm in the wrong age. There's so many to choose from. It's like a library of worlds. Here we go. So I think the lag has been more or less rectified with this, though I could be wrong. Let's see, we don't have any paper in here, though paper should be aplenty in here. If it's not, we'll improvise. So loads of paper, cut. And we got 9 pieces, so, sorry, 18 pieces. We'll be able to make 18 pieces of paper. Or we'll just go with that, because why not? Okay, now that we have this, we're going to need to make another ink sac, rather 2, so flowers are going to be yet another main contributor to our ever-flowing circle of dye. Ah, the circle of dye, when you need it hit most, from lapis to lime, to ink sacs and dye, when you need it most. I forget okay, let's go onwards. So let's just quickly transmute this into our ink sacs. There we go. And we'll use our paper mate to make a few more instances of awesome. There we go. So 2 blank templates. We're going to imprint them using the architect table eventually, but we're not at that point. Now we're going to need to make the builder as well, so let's get our we're going to need our work tables for one, so we're going to need these. Here we go. But we're also going to need to make an auxiliary chest to do the crafting. So let's go back over to our project table, just throw in the ingredients remaining. So builder, we got that. And we got our architect table. So these parts are going to come later in our build. And our cobblestone is becoming nice, though it seems like our dirt supply is going to be plentiful as well. So let's turn that off for now. And I think our main building supply, until we get it into a more refined stage, is going to be cobblestone, though what we could do if we really wanted to is to smelt all of this into some nice stone work. I'm lazy. So we're going to need to make our way to the end, because the end is nigh and all that jazz. And where is my end portal? It would be over here, isn't it? Okay, jump in. And do I even have enough materials? I do not. I'm going to need quite a bit more cobblestone, so I should grab that. And basically this is going to be an enderman farm when we finally make it. So an enderman drop farm, to be specific, and it will be completely vanilla. Well, vanilla with some niceties, that said. It's not going to be completely vanilla. I think we're going to want to add a few modifications to the overall vanilla structure, but it's going to be, by and large, mainly vanilla. So let's make a bit of wood, and we're also going to need a lot of pistons as well as redstone. So, do we have a piston plan? Yes, we do. So let's make that into a reality. So we only have a bunch of pistons here. A bit more. Hey. And now the only thing that we're lacking is redstone. Eventually this thing should get to redstone level, though I can just mine, and I think we'd be okay with that. And we will need redstone once we finally get into the developmental process of this. Then again, is there any way to make redstone other than through processes such as grinding up netherrack, or processing ore, cinnabar, 5% chance when we do cinnabar ore, which is not nice. We can use redstone ore, which is a disadvantage, maceration, scrap box, slag furnace, grinder, industrial centrifuge using glowstone and a lot of time, as well as netherrack dust, which is a possibility. And glowing combs, static combs, and basically it tells us that there's no way to make redstone other than finding it. Well, no good way, I should say. So I should probably just either leave my quarries running for a bit longer or just deal with it. So I'm going to go with the deal with it stage right now, and you follow along as best as you can. So after a bit of fast traveling, we'll make our way out and do our first part of the magical journey of hope and wonder with as many R's as you possibly can put on it. Now we're going to want to avoid the endermen as much as possible because, well, they probably won't like what we're actually planning to do to all of them. I can't do a laugh as well as Vex can, so the first order of business is, which is actually complicated quite a bit by all of the meteors, is we need to go, hope I didn't hit anything. We need to basically travel very far out from the main island. I'm guessing 3 stacks should be good, though I might need to go 4. It's pretty much just pillaring out, maybe putting a few lights once we hit different thresholds, but basically we don't want the main island to collect many endermen because we want to kill as many as possible. Therefore, you do not go there. Therefore, making sure that they can't actually spawn near me is a good idea. So obviously, I could make it simpler with some sort of red power deploying tunnel bore thing. That would be fun. Not because it'd be practical in any way, but it'd just be fun. So we need some motors and etc. And that's a deployer, but it takes too much time. It'd probably be less time to just go out here. All it'd be is just going out, place, out, place, out, place. No point. Okay, so I will see you once I go through 3 stacks. I'll be waiting. And done. Now, as you can see, there's an obvious problem. What the heck is with those glitters? That is very odd. Anyways, obviously you can see that there is an obvious problem on the map with the fact that there are many islands around this area. What is with that glitter? And it seems like it's a localized spot. It's almost like there's bees. Those look like bees. How much energy do I have? I got enough. Okay, let's dang it, those are bees. Okay, it appears that this world is currently getting glitched. I have no idea why that is happening, but oh well. So, I'm here. I am in the middle of nowhere, but there are asteroids everywhere, and we're going to need to light up every single one. And obviously, I looked at one of the endermen a little too closely, and he's getting a little angry at me. Anyways, so the endermen have some interesting things. I believe that they are the monster that has the most amount of health of any sort of monster. So, probably has something like 20 hit points, kind of like the player has. So, it needs a lot of fall distance to be able to kill them in one hit, but the interesting thing about the endermen is, well, there are a few things that make it favorable to use in a mob trap. One of them is the fact that, hey, it has a fixed health, and the fact that some mobs, they seem to have some sort of varied health, like a bit over here and there, add or subtract by half a heart. Endermen don't have that. 2. What you can do is, well, they don't have any armor as well, so any sort of drop would be the same and they won't be like skeletons wearing gold-plated armor, which would be a bit of a nuisance in any sort of mob trap scenario, because you wouldn't be able to put them in a good area for them to basically die in one hit. And you want to be able to kill them in one hit after they've fallen, because that's the only way you get EXP from them. Now, to start off, I'm going to start building a standard vanilla mob trap. I might actually have that as like a jarred bees effect. That'd be interesting. So, the design that I'm going for is a tried and true method of doing it. Basically, you have to have, I think, 11 by 2 platforms. So I already have the 11 part. I was marking that while talking. But we got the 11 here. And we'll put it 2 here. And it's going to be slightly higher. There we go. So that'll be good. This will be the platform that the endermen will actually be falling on. So we're going to also want to make an area where we can walk on. It'd be probably very fun if we could get some sort of red power builder to do this, though I don't think it'd be able to place the torches down like redstone torches. It can do regular torches, but the orientation might be off for some of the other types. So let's get this and bring it around a bit so that we have a bit better of an area. And Shazam! Now, the next thing you're going to want to be able to do is actually take this, and endermen are 3 tall, so you can easily contain them. If we put a ring around this area, we'll be able to have them stay in a contained area, and thus they won't be able to eat our innards. So a ring should be about like so, and that should be good. And we only have 1 stack of cobblestone left, so that's going to be an issue in the near future. We should probably have some sort of chest that has like a mountain of cobblestone. Yes, a complete mountain. It is needed for this design. You need a mountain. Anyways, let's go onwards. So, next thing what we're going to do is, by the way, I am following a design. I forget the person's name, but if you want to see the original one, so for instance, if you're watching this having never made an enderman before and want enderman farm before and want to see it, I suggest you actually go and see his original channel. It's going to be, the link will be in the description. Enough of the formalities. So next thing we're going to want to do is pillar up by 43 from the land, basically this area. So it needs to be 43. I believe the drop is 42 from there. So I should actually count better. So let's see. So we're at 64, so 43. 41, 42, 43. Okay, now we have 43, and we are very high up here. So let's actually pool our cobblestone, and actually we are going to need some more cobblestone, and probably some more torches. So I'll leave a torch up here, shimmy my way down, alley-oop, and let's hope I don't fall to my death, and there we go. And thankfully I'm not an enderman, so I can just go here. Now as you see, the pathway isn't lighted, so we're going to want to light it. So let's just make sure we don't look at any endermen and light as much as we can. Yep. And I'm gonna have to, oh, fudge. You did not see that. You definitely did not see that. So I'll get a few more stuff and then be more prepared for finishing the build. I hate endermen. Stop chasing me. I hate the end. Now, I seem to have misspoke. It's actually 46, so if you're building along with me, which would be a little weird, don't worry about it. I'm not here to judge. Don't worry. Anyways, correct it. So, what we need to do is actually go out and put some corners here. And we'll basically build out like so. So these little corners like so is to encase this area to mimic the ring that is down below us. So all of the endermen will be pushed by pistons and will fall down to their deaths, or half deaths, so to speak, and basically you'll punch them to death. So if you hate endermen a lot, you'll love this. So we'll have to just go out here, and I did bring a bit of coal with me as well as enough wood, and we got some spare redstone, and I should keep that on just for in case. So there we go. So now what we need to do is be able to activate a piston to pressurize it. So this stuff, I think I'm gonna wing it because I think I got enough. So we got some redstone here. This will pretty much be the redstone torch here. We'll place a block on top of it. And endermen are 3 high. We'll put a piston on top of this redstone torch like so, if you let me. There we go. So there we go. So once we get the piston there, we'll just push it off once it gets it there. So we got, I think we got enough pistons and redstone. We'll need some, obviously we're going to need more redstone torches than what we currently have. This will be good, and we will need a lot of them, so this is definitely not a bad amount. How many of these will we need? Now, for every station we'll do this, so let's see how many we'll need. 13, 14, 15, 16, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 in total. So that includes all of the pistonware. Thankfully, we have more redstone. We'll be able to create some more of those. So basically, every single plate, we have a redstone torch, as well as a block and another redstone torch. So let's place all of that down, and then we'll be able to at least place the pistons, and then continue with our building process. We're gonna need to go and make some more pistons eventually, so I'll probably need to do that as well. Okay, so I think we got this row at least done. So what I think I'll do is put a piston. Actually, we'll probably want to build up here as well and bring it basically up like so. And we're going to want another row, but we'll need to strategically place it so nothing can get in the way per se. So torches for now. So where will the next layer be? It'll pretty much be up as well, and we need to place it so that the redstone doesn't actually interfere. So we need to put it so that the next row will be like so. Okay, so. Okay, let's stop saying so. We're going to need to fill in the other corners so that we have, there I am going again. And let's not waste this. We'll be able to put it on in case the need arises. But for now, it's not going to be necessary. We'll just go like that. And it's going to be just up there. It's probably all it's going to need to go. And once we get the corners filled in to their desired locations, we'll be able to get the next part up and running. We're probably going to need to go get some energy from the other world, so to speak. And also, I do have 2 books, so at least I'll be able to make a linking book here instead of having to make anything else too difficult. Okay, so, whoa, apparently the 0 button does very funky things right now. I won't worry about those right now. So, we have an area where once we get onto it, we'll be able to easily walk on, but we cannot really use that to its full advantage. So, let's go down and get our next step. So, what is going to be the next step? You may be wondering. Well, we're going to want to automate building these layers up. Now, as it stands right now, it will work, but we want it to be a little more automated, so to speak. So let's actually put the markers like this. I don't want that actually to go with anything. And we'll have some redstone to activate it so that we go way over here. Let's hope I have enough energy. Making sure we get every single part of it. We don't want a redstone torch. There, we got this. So now it can be, actually on the same level, please. Actually, that is probably, wait. Yep, we will want it a level lower. So down, but not out. And messing everything else up, I think, is going to be well received, I'm sure, but oh well. So I think we have enough energy. Just hop over and make this one. This will probably be the last one in this direction. We got a box. And now the final thing is to make sure that said box is getting the special treatment up this direction as well. Probably going to need to have it on top of here instead and get everything hunky-dory. Connect. There we go. So now we have a box around this area. And once we get everything else connected, everything will be okay. So we'll want to put this as a blueprint. So we need the architect table. We'll expand our platform slightly and place this down. So this is going to be the thing that we will be repeating with our builder as soon as we get that operational. So we are going to need to put a template in here. And we're going to want to put a name for it. I think I'll want to put the name before the template. And this is going to be our Enderman farm template. Okay, there we go. So let's put it in. We're going to have to wait for a bit. Interesting exo upgrade, by the way. A piston, shoulder-mounted piston upgrade. I'm probably going to toy with that later. Requires some exoskeleton stuff. Anyway, segueing onwards. So, the main advantage of the builder is that if you have a lot of stuff that you want to do, you'll want to be able to do it. So, this template should be ready to go into extension right here. So, we'll place the builder down. And what I think we're going to want to do is make some more additions to this. So we'll need to pillar up and get another template thing. So where is that? It's going to need some cactus dye, and I don't think anything here gives us cactus green. I don't think even it's possible to transmute lapis. So we're probably going to need to go out and get some cactus green. In fact, I think I'll do that now while I'm thinking of it, since our electric jetpack is also running short, so to speak. So I'll just make my way to the bottom, make a book, and then hope everything goes hunky-dory. Okay, before we go on to anything else, I think my quarry is actually jammed. I looked into the input stuff, and it was like, oh my god. Okay, let's kill this. And let's see. Okay. Now it's not jammed. It's very odd. Okay, I wonder why the heck that happened then. Because I looked in and my ender chest, it showed that it was full. So unless the colors actually changed, like I right-clicked it or something and it just went, oh my gosh, what do I do? I don't know. Okay, so now this part is jammed, and obviously something is wrong with it. Though I don't think I really want to focus on that right now. What was I doing? Ah, yes, cactus green. We'll put that there, and we also need a wrench because I seem to have misplaced mine. So I'll continue searching for that. If it's in one of these three, we won't have to search too long. Ah, stop falling. Nope. Oh, hello. Thought you were flipped. Huh. Oh well, be right back. Okay, sorry, I wasn't recording. So we got our blueprint thing nice and dandy. Now we're going to place our builder, and we're going to need a bit more room. Place, and it should be the straight line there. Now, from what I think it should do, so we should put the template in, and it has a nice template, good. Now, obviously, we're going to need some resources to be able to make this, and we're going to need a clear area. Not just that, but we're also going to need some energy for this. So I obviously forgot to get the energy, so I hate that item and renderer thing. I have no idea what it's about. Or a boot. It's so confusing. So what I think I'm gonna go and do is actually go get some energy. We actually had the wrench for some reason. So let's just, yay, ender pearl, woohoo. Let's actually go get one of our energy cells. Should we get one or both? We have two. No matter. We'll charge this one in the meantime. So let's get this. Throw this down. Get this. I think that's enough energy, and let's run back. Hopefully no endermen have managed to kill themselves yet, because suicide drop. Tisk tisk tisk. And let's make our way up. Hopefully this will be good enough for everything. Okay, it doesn't seem to have registered the template. There we go. Now we're going to want some energy, and we're also going to want some items for this to actually work. So energy, we got that. Now we're going to want cobblestone, pistons, probably redstone torches, and okay, so currently there appears to be a bug with the builder in the fact that it doesn't like templates. So what I'm going to do is, since it's a bug, I feel justified to make, instead of a template, the other useful thing, which is, what is it? Blueprint. We're going to make a blueprint, or rather grab a blueprint. Let's check the recipe for the blueprint. Apparently everything is blue. Recipe. It's going to require lapis, and to compensate, I'll just chuck 4 lapis pieces, get myself the blueprint, and then just throw it into the architect table, architect it up, and hopefully this will work a bit better because it crashed right away. Yep. Let's take one thing, because apparently it will not like these things, so let's get that out of the way. And just in case, we'll want to do this, and this will be in it. Are we in it? Yes? No? Maybe so. Okay, so just cobbling this up should be good. Taking the torches will be all that's necessary. And then we'll be able to actually see if this works instead. If it doesn't, I will kill you. Wahaha! And if an enderman spawns on it while I'm here, I won't be too happy. Anyway, so let's put our nice fancy little blueprint in it and see if it works. And obviously we need to put the blueprint in here instead. And it should have gave me an idea that it wasn't working, because the fact that the blueprint doesn't show anywhere. So how much energy did we consume? Not much. And we'll want to do that anyway. So now that we have our blueprint, we'll see if this works. If not, we're screwed. Okay, so it's working. That's good. Now it just needs the rest of the items, which include a bunch of these things. Let's get a bunch of those things. Thanks. Wooden pressure plates. We're going to need redstone torches as well, as apparently a lot of cobble. It seems like it's getting the cobble portion done before anything else. We might as well get out of the way. And it's working very fast. So now it's getting the pressure plates and most of the pistons. It's going to run out here because it senses that it doesn't have enough pistons, and it's not like it's out of energy, but the pistons it's lacking. It's also lacking redstone torches. So we're going to want to make as many redstone torches as possible, maybe some regular torches as well once we get into that. But anyways, place those down, they'll be consumed pretty much instantly. Energy usage seems like it's still rampant. Let's turn that off. Okay, so by placing the torches, it shows that it's working. So, our Enderman farm is quote-unquote working right now. It should be workable, so what we will want to do is just quickly check downstairs, and we should start getting a few Endermen to spawn. And it's not like we're not on hardcore mode or anything, so it shouldn't take too long. Though I'm not really too confident on it. Let's just walk away and wait for a bit. Doesn't help that those things are there. Actually, I'll go on a lighting mission. Be right back. Okay, it looks like there are a few Endermen over there that seem like they don't mind being near my mob trap, and it seems like they are falling to their deaths. Oh, we forgot something! Other than that stuff, we needed vines to be able to slow down the Endermen so they don't actually die when they're at a higher height. That was something we definitely need. So we're at least getting ender pearls, and it seems like it's not too bad of a thing that it's working right now. We will need to expand upon this, and it doesn't seem like our energy will eventually last us much longer. But also having those, so get off. Oh, I'm getting out of here, Okay, let's get out of here and work our way down so that we don't get killed. Whew. I need to be better armored for that stuff. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. So, any other jams that I have to worry about? No, that seems fine. Our thing isn't even going. And why is this not even... What is jammed in there? Insufficient energy line. Oh, bother. It seems we've left this lever off, and it seems like our energy is for naught. And it is not funny at all. So we'll actually be able to get our iron to go in. So let's just do that for the iron to go in. And there's obviously something else in the buffer that's getting... Oh my god! That was something to behold. So, our stuff is fixed, so to speak. We're still going to need a bit of a better energy buffer than that. Maybe have this matter fabricator going on a completely different line than everything else. We'll have to probably see the logistics of that, and also if we've got any other mini dusts that we're going to need to take care of. I don't think so. We got platinum. I guess we can use platinum for something. And let's start up our quarry again. Well, that seems to be all the time we have for this episode of EEPower. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. Next episode, I'm going to fix that problem that I have up there in the Enderman area. Is it up or down in relation to the overworld? I have no clue. Then again, considering that this is a Mistcraft age and not the overworld, I have no idea where I am. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. I'm such a dork. WayofTime here, signing off. Have a wonderful day.